Hi everyone, my name is Christina Ritter, for anyone that I have not yet met through these discussion boards or class. Time has definitely flown by, but I have been very much awakened to all of the different issues with diversity and social justice, and it's pretty unbelievable how many issues of identity that we are either privileged or marginalized with in our life, and how many of them we're even unaware of. I've always realized that my race and my education and my middle class background has privileged me, but I never realized the ways in which my gender and my sexual orientation or my religion have also given me privilege and power. And on the other side, there are things I didn't realize that I was being marginalized for. My sex, for one, after reading all of the different examples in the book about the different ways in which females are sometimes subordinate in society to men, that really opened up my eyes. Ageism and adult centrism, those are all things that I was not aware of. As far as being administrators, all of this is just so directly applicable, and we're always going to be able to relate to some students based on having experienced either the same privileges or the same marginalization. I will be able to understand maybe where white, straight, middle class females, I can maybe relate to them through certain levels of privilege and marginalization. No matter who you are, you can relate in some facet, whether it's race or whether it's religion or whether it is your sexual orientation. But we need to recognize that there are always going to be things that we don't relate to because it wasn't our life and it wasn't our story. And I think the important thing this course has hopefully taught us, and it's for sure taught me, is that even if it isn't our truth and our identity, we need to be aware of what their story might be. And I think just reading all of these different chapters in the book or watching videos online and through all of our own learning activities, we've hopefully become informed, and I've learned a lot about the struggles of someone who is of a marginalized race or marginalized religion, or people who are struggling with their gender identity, and that was the focus of my social justice project. And I had the opportunity to do a campus tour to speak with an individual with a different sexual orientation and learn about how their gender identity is salient to them through that. I was able to watch an interview on television, read a biography online, and all these different experiences. A TED Talk was another, sort of all came together to show me the complexity of gender identity. And I think it's one that is maybe a little bit less visible than, say, race or sex, but I've realized how salient gender identity is with most people. I know at least for me it was, which is why I wanted to investigate some of the marginalization of the less traditional or non-dominant types of gender identities. And I can't imagine, after doing some of these activities, what it's like to struggle with that and how far behind it is in comparison to the gay movement that happened decades ago, or that we've come a long way with race, and I know we're not perfect with that either, but right now the trans movement is really under the spotlight, and it's really emerging, and it's been fascinating just to see it grow and hear more stories. And I just hope that in the future our country at least can learn to accept it as something that is out of their control and just at the core of their being. And when I'm an administrator, I will definitely have my eyes open and my heart open and my ears open to all of these different issues with gender struggles, in addition to everything else. And I want to make sure that whatever my role is, in whatever office it is, that I am aware about if I'm sending off a vibe and if I have a culture in my office that is open and accepting, and that I'm never favoring Christianity when it comes time to the holidays, that I'm making sure I'm celebrating all religions and all cultures, that I never try to speak in a way that talks about certain races or genders or sexual orientations as being dominant or favorable. I just really want to make sure that I let students know that whatever they are, whoever they are, it is normal, and that really that word is what shouldn't be used. There is no normal. You are who you are. So it was a very valuable year, and I look forward to hearing everyone's projects on Thursday.